Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another interesting session today. We have lined up for you, and we will show you how SRK's upcoming film Jawan. They have devised a whole new PR plan. For promoting this film much ahead of its release. So we will, show you what is the game plan. Or one of the game plans. What SRK has in mind. So welcome, Tara. Hi, Vidya. Hi, Pansy. Hi, Sonal. Hi, Tara. Hi, Love. Yeah, over to you.
Yeah, welcome, friends. Good evening, and as it's very good to see all of you every evening, and welcome, Gloria. And of course, what is actually rather upsetting is that we will get to know the judgment
Verdict.
in the verdict in the Jia Khan case on 28th.
Okay.
Okay, so can you imagine, friends? After 10 years of investigation, we are still floundering and trying to find out what happened when everybody knows that it was a clear case of murder. And who are these powerful people and killers involved in a case? I only hope, because tomorrow we are planning to have a live session on Twitter space at 10 p.m. and a live interaction on Candid Mina also at 8 p.m. So please, friends, join us in large numbers. Join us live, give us your viewpoints, and also give support to Jia Khan's mother, Rabia Khan, and her sister. So this is something I request you to do. Please take off some time tomorrow at 10 p.m. At night. I'll be joined, by NY Traveler and Ree, who will be, doing the coordination, and also at 8 p.m. On Candid Mina. Please come live, express your thoughts. So whoever is listening, whether it's the judiciary or whoever is listening, let them hear that the public voice is one and that we all stand with the mother. Everybody knows from the photos that were shown that there were marks on her body and her neck, that this was no ordinary death. And she was hung in a room that she rarely used, like a guest room. So these are all things that the court needs to relook at and not just come to a conclusion that it was a suicide.
Welcome,
So
Lata.
yeah. So,
Nina. No,
yeah.
yes.
So tomorrow evening, again, I request all of you. It is a request. We'll be supporting Jia Khan's mother and justice for Jia Khan as they go to court tomorrow for the judgment on April 28th. May the honorable judge, not tomorrow, 28th, day after tomorrow. May the honorable judge remain truthful to Lord Shiva. Please join me live on Candid Mina tomorrow at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Spaces in Twitter. Yes, back to you, Jia.
Yeah. So coming to the first piece of news, friends, and it is now Arvind Kejriwal. There's a big exposure on Arvind Kejriwal, and apparently he has spent 48 crores on renovation of his house during COVID, right? And you can see, there are many posts on Twitter. It says, "Our ministers won't take bungalow, live like common man." This is his earlier video, and now Kejriwal has spent 45 crores for bungalow renovation. Now, apparently, going to the details, Making on Tuesday, alleged that Kejriwal spent the Congress and BJP came down heavy against Aam Aadmi Party, and he alleged that Kejriwal spent 45 crore rupees of public funds on his luxurious bungalow, including on extravagant items like Dior polished Vietnam marble, expensive curtains, and high-end carpets. Okay, and he said Kejriwal promised not to use a car with a red light or request additional security beyond what is necessary for a common citizen, and refuse a large bungalow and instead live like an ordinary man in an ordinary house. And moreover, there are more than 6 lakh households in the slums of Delhi. Despite naming his party Aam Aadmi Party, which is common man's party, and making these pledges, Kejriwal spent a fortune on his bungalow when the people of Delhi were desperately seeking oxygen cylinders during the COVID pandemic. This raises questions about his right to remain in his position as a public servant and on whether he has upheld the other promises mentioned in the distributed sworn affidavit, especially considering the urgent need of the citizens. So you can see how Kejriwal totally stands exposed. He has spent 45 crores for the renovation of his luxurious bungalow. Friends, if you go back in time, you do remember that back then Arvind Kejriwal projected, Aam Aadmi Party as something like on the ideals of Mahatma Gandhi, and he was sitting with this guy. For this thing. I forgot his the elder man's name. Anna Hazare. Yes, Anna Hazare. When Congress was in power in the center, he was sitting with Anna Hazare. He was in hunger strike, like how Gandhi was there. So that's how he managed to fool a lot of Indian public audience, right? And that's how he came into power in Delhi many times, but he was not able to cut through in other states because only in Delhi people like free things and freebies, if I may say. So the people like the concept of freebies in Delhi, and even now I wonder if there's an election in Delhi right now, if he will still win the election, right? Has Delhi people learned a lesson? We don't know at this point of time. Yes, over to you.
Yeah. So, I mean, the corruption with regards to ARP is just like, it's just an ongoing thing. Now, there is a conspiracy involving a dog, a trophy, and drugs which landed a Bollywood actor in jail in UAE. Now, let's go to the story. As we had explained, now this is unfolding. Chrisan Pereira, currently lodged in the Sharjah Central Jail, was arrested at the Sharjah airport on April 1 for carrying a memento that had drugs hidden in it. However, the Mumbai crime branch has now found out that the actor was allegedly framed in revenge for a fight over a dog. The police have arrested two people, Anthony Paul, a bakery owner, and Rajesh Bobhate, an assistant general manager in a bank in the case. Rajesh was arrested a day after Anthony's arrest. The men, residents of Mira Road, a suburb of Mumbai, are also accused of demanding money to release Ms. Pereira after she was caught with drugs. Anthony booked the Sharjah ticket for her. He also gave her a fake return ticket, said Deepak Sawant, senior inspector in the crime branch. A preliminary investigation by the crime branch revealed that accused Anthony's sister had a fight with the mother of the actor over the dog. Both of them live in the same building. Her mother also had a fight with Anthony once over the dog. The police suspect that the actor was allegedly made a drug mule over the same issue. Anthony allegedly approached the actor through Rajesh, who posed as a talent consultant, and told her about an audition for a web series in Sharjah. The accused also told her to carry a trophy in which she had hidden the contraband. The police said she was told the memento was an audition prop. He gave the trophy by hiding ganja and poppy seeds in it so that he could be caught. She could be caught there. After she landed, he called the Sharjah airport and she was caught. The officer said. Anthony and Rajesh have conspired to trap at least 5 people in a similar fashion. Police said they have also been accused of framing a DJ, Clayton Rodriguez, by giving him a cake in which drugs were hidden. The accused have been sent to police custody till May 2. As you know, Christian Pereira had worked in Bollywood movies like Sadak 2 and Batla House. Back to you, Shetty.
So, friends, you can see this is a new method existing in the Bollywood film industry, and to trap innocent young people as drug mules, right? And also, we know that what goes on in the casting couch, many there's a lot of trafficking involved, human trafficking, right? And also, you can see, how innocent DJ Clayton Rodriguez was framed by giving him a cake in which drugs were hidden, right? And you can see how this girl also she She carried a trophy unknowingly which had ganja and poppy seeds, and she's landed in jail abroad. So you can see how many innocent souls on a daily basis, Bollywood is sort of torturing every day, right? And who fueled the Bollywood success, right? It is we, the common people, and it is because of that that people have awoken to a certain extent that boycott Bollywood is on, because people know Bollywood is has risen on the backs of innocent youngsters who were sacrificed, right, or were caught in jail, or who were tortured and everything, right. Many were sort of were murdered, which were said as suicide, just like how we saw Jia Khan and SSR and everyone. Now, this is yet another way in which, if they don't like a person, right, a particular person in an industry, this is an easy way. They'll put some drugs, right? Tell them to, okay, you go attend this audition for this particular role in particular film or serial, and you'll get a role in Dubai. So, but and you have they'll put something in your trophy, or something which you have to carry to the airport, right? And that's how they trap you. And you have, of course, a lot of blackmails and everything. Yeah. So let's take a few comments, friends. Kejriwal is a classic example of an educated who no practice of human values, says Sonal, talking the talk without walking the talk. Yes. He used Anna Hazare to step up the ladder, and he reached the heights, refused to even recognize the old man. What one can say about AK, snake in the grass. Arvind's Kejru Maharaja and his Sheesh Mahal. Hope ASI declares it as a national monument so that we can look and touch 8 lakh curtains and see our faces in the Vietnamese marble flooring. Anything concerning entertainment should not be ever touched with a barge pole. Better be cynical, doubting, than naive and disastrously trusting. Yes, Maya. So, friends, if you do like our content, make sure to hit the like button, and by liking the video, it'll help the video reach more and more audiences, and more youngsters will be aware of what's really happening in the film industry, because don't forget the fact that many youngsters still aspire to get a role or chance in the film industry, looking at the glamour, looking at the kind of money which people make in Bollywood, right?
Yeah.
And so they'll be fooled. Yeah.
Yeah, friends, there's a small piece of good news that on 5th May, the Kerala story is going to be released in all theaters. As you know, the Kerala story trailer was out. It showed how girls from God's own country had fallen victim to Islamic radicalization and had joined the ISIS. Now, the much awaited movie will be out on May 5th. And it is the story, the movie is produced by Vipul Amrutlal Shah, and he's also the creative director. And it stars Ada Sharma, Yogita Bihani, Sonia Balani, and Siddhi Idnani in the lead roles. The film is based on the true stories of Hindu and Christian girls in Kerala who were first trapped into love jihad by Islamists in Kerala and later sent to Iraq and Syria to become ISIS terrorists. The film will be released on 5th May. I would suggest that all of you take your friends, your sisters, because this is an education itself, and it will appear in languages like Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, and Malayalam. The Kerala story is a dramatic representation of the heartbreaking and gut-wrenching stories of 32,000 women from Kerala who were radicalized to join the ISIS tribe. It is notable that many of these women from Kerala joining ISIS were converted to Islam from Hinduism and Christianity with the motive of sending them to the terrorist organization ISIS. So this is something, friends, you must watch and promote. Back to you, Jeff.
Yeah. So coming to next piece of news is with regards to Samantha and Samantha is sort of she's being trolled for allegedly sporting a fake accent. So Samantha was seen in the Indian spin-off Citadel along with Varun Dhawan. Attended the London premiere of the American TV series, which has Priyanka Chopra and Richard Madden. And at the event, the family went to an actress interacted with the media, and she spoke in a sort of Western accent, and she got critiqued just like the way Junior NTR a few months back. He was sort of he had
Yeah, but don't forget, Jaydev,
yeah
don't forget the fact that Junior NTR did do his education in America.
yeah.
So
So
he had an accent anyway. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, in case of Samantha, I think
Mm-hmm. Yes.
she's just trying to look cool, and she's trying to remain young. That's how I would think. That's the reason why she's faking an accent, right?
Right.
So too, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi,
So moving.
Vishali. Hi, Vidya. And everyone is talking about Anna Hazare. Arvind Kejriwal, right? Is for 45 crore renovation. That is good news about Kerala files. Could this be the reason of even Christian girls being abducted, converted with Hindus of at least five archbishops in Kerala meeting PM on his recent visit? Yes, maybe this could be one of the reasons, I guess, Maya. Hi, Chitra, welcome. So, friends, do hit the like button. Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news, friends, and this is with regards to Shilpa Shetty. Yeah, would you like to take that?
Yeah. She is apparently very happy. The actress is back to her native roots in Mangalore. She paid a visit to her Kuldevi, Katil Durga Parmeshwari. She was joined by her sister, actress Shamita, and children Vivian and Shamisha. She also shared a video on Instagram from the temple visit. The clip opens to Shilpa entering the temple premises. We get a glimpse of her and Shamita offering prayers to the deity. The actress wrote, "Back to my native roots, Bangalore, paying my obeisance to our Kuldevi Katil Durga Parmeshwari and introducing my Mangalorean heritage and culture to my children, which I'm proud of." She has also added an evil eye, black heart, and folded hands emojis. Replying to the post, Shilpa added a bunch of red hearts. For the background, she's picked the song Varaha Rupam Deva Rishtam from Rishabh Shetty's Kantara. Before this, on the occasion of Siblings Day, Shilpa Shetty shared a video featuring her children. In the clip, she is seen applying ice to Vian's forehead. She then hugs him and says, "My little cute baby." Sharing the video, she wrote, "Siblings are the best. Even if they punch you in the head, they still ice them up." On Siblings Day, there's nothing more motivating for me than seeing the two halves of my heart together. How are you spending the day with your arch nemesis, come partner in crime, come confidant, come advisor, come best friend, come cheerleader, come tattletale? The list is really long. For her sister Shamita, she said, "Love you, my Tunki. Can't live without you." Will be and Shilpa, uh, surprise of all surprise, will be seen in a movie called KD, The Devil. Prem's directorial headline by Dhruva Sajja. She'll be playing the role of Satyavati in the film. She had shared her first look of the character on the occasion of Ugadi. Now here, something uh, here, but just the poster itself makes me just wonder what do they mean by Satyavati enters the kingdom. You know, so why I'm saying is that in Mahabharata, okay, when Satyavati, the fisher girl, from the fisher family, meets Shantanu, King Shantanu, and King Shantanu falls for her. You know, have they taken that story, and then given it a twist? Because when they talk about enters the kingdom, something very suspicious about the title, and I don't know why they are taking all these old names and showing these women without clothes. Now Shilpa obviously has covered her her navel, but the moment the sari flies off, everything will be shown. So again, see, my doubt is that is it a twist on the Mahabharata story? Yeah, back to you,
Yeah,
Jen.
yeah, yeah. So now what they're doing is they're trying to woo Hindus by,
Absolutely.
Bollywood is trying to
Yeah.
woo Hindus, and they, because,
Whitewash their image.
yeah, whitewash their image, and you
Because
can
they
see.
were, yeah, here, Jadev, let me just say a few words. It's because her husband was involved in porno movies, making of porno movies, and the wife was watching all this quietly and saying that she wasn't aware of it. That is a height of hypocrisy, saying that, see, you don't know what your husband is doing when you live under the same roof. Okay. And apparently these girls were forced into doing certain contracts, and many of these girls voluntarily went and complained to the police. So God alone knows what her husband was doing with these girls. And it all started with Sherlyn Chopra and the other girls from Gandhi Baat, again from Ekta Kapoor's serials. So here you will see that when they go to God, they will go completely sari and bindi and chumka and what you call jasmine flowers and everything. But when they are in something like in a what you call, when they judge a show or when they are in a movie, they don't wear any clothes except for a few things that cover the vital parts. So look at the way they transform themselves. You also found that, see, when they were questioned by NCB, you saw the way these women, these actresses, covered themselves. In fact, one of the actresses wore a crumpled cotton kurta. That was Saif's daughter, when she went to NCB. And then, of course, there was Deepika, who wore something like a tent, you know, to see Samir Wankare. So this is something that they use whenever they want to show that they are such innocent people. They don't have any, bad feelings, or they are not doing anything bad. They don't have any vices. They're so pure. So here again, Shilpa and her sister are making the same effort. Yes, back to you.
Yeah, I'll just show one image, friends, and you can see Mr. Raj Kundra, and you can see now he is coming to the airport in a large collection of masks what he's wearing to the airport, because he is ashamed of showing his face, after directing all those porn films or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, see, so let's take a few comments. Mrs. Kundra trying hard to get public sympathy uh, by trying to project a very large Indian image through her PR. The movie is probably funded by porn money that was used to exploit other women. Irony, says Mink. Even Virat and Anushka have done this temple run. Yes, Vidya. Anna Hazare is from Ranjan Goan, from where my maid hails. She has interacted personally with him and talks highly about him. Okay. You rightly said about Shilpa's husband, fake and shameless. Yes, only works for dollars. And now he has to cover his face every time he comes outside MS. Suddenly, their spirituality comes in front of cameras. Yes, Vishali. An advocate in YouTube from South was voicing how smaller towns in Tamil Nadu will be used by terrorists by coastline for long, and has come up a hearing only next month. Says true Indian, and I do feel true Indian that the BJP should come, someday in Tamil Nadu as well as in Kerala. You have the likes of Annamalai, who is very dynamic. Looks like the devil that he is. Good evening, Sunita ji. IPL season is on. Kundra will be working 24/7 to exploit every situation to make money, no doubt, Vishali. Vishali, we hear only few people in Bollywood pictures, never seen Manoj Bajpayee and likes. I was told that an NGO run by an ex-IAS officer sent him to Pune to convert funding. So I have my little doubts. Okay, how can he be with his kid? He shouldn't be allowed around kids as divided streets. Yeah, friends, thanks, Sunita. Do hit the like button. Hi, divided streets, welcome. Yeah. So coming to the next piece of news. Yeah, it's coming to Jawan, friends, and now, as you know, SRK's Jawan is going to release sometime soon, and SRK and Gauri Khan own production Red Chillies Entertainment has filed a lawsuit in Delhi High Court stating that the two clips of the upcoming film Jawan has been leaked on social media platforms. The first clip showed a fight sequence involving SRK, while the second video featured him and Nayantara in a dance sequence. Justice Hari Shankar from Delhi High Court passed the order on Tuesday, April 25th, directing social media platforms like YouTube, Google, Twitter, and Reddit to remove the leaked clips of Jawan and stop the circulation as well. The judge also ordered various internet service providers to block the access to websites showing the film's copyrighted content. Okay, and Jawan will be released on June 2nd in 5 languages. And the leaked video clips together give away the look of actors in the said film as well as the music. So you can see how it is going to release within 2 months' time, and within 8 weeks' time, the PR activity has already started. Now the question is, who leaked these clips, right? I mean, unless and until someone working in this film deliberately, they just leaked some file. I mean, who can hack into their system, right? He can afford the best cyber security, right, in the planet, SRK, right? And still, the clips got leaked. How can we believe that? So even if the clips, I don't buy the statement that these clips were leaked, right? I mean,
It's
he
all a
has all the
publicity
yeah,
stunt,
it's
yeah.
all a publicity. I mean, like anyone will know it's a publicity stunt, and this is how even for Kisiki by Kisiki Jan, they said that the whole film was leaked. So you can see that this is another plan to say that their film there has been attempts to sort of make this film a flop or something by leaking it online. So that could also be one of the possible reasons. Yes. Title not matching the persona of SRK, says Sunita. I sent you TikTok video. Okay, sure, and I will send you video of Ashish saying, okay,
Yeah.
I wonder what will be the next film, says Vishali. Not only the story, the titles aren't apt those days. These days, VFX at its highest in this movie, they were not sure that they would have it ready by June 2nd due to profuse VFX content, says Sonal. What happened to their FIR filed against Gauri Khan recently? These kind of news come and go, and like nothing is ever done. Yes, so always the rich and powerful, they seem to get away, right? No FIR or anything matters. They're completely immune to whatever FIR is registered against him or whatever case is registered against him, because they have the kind of money power among politicians. Also, they can hire the best lawyers to fight for them, and that's how they easily get away with anything. Absolutely. I mean, it's kind of disappointing to see Jacqueline Fernandez travel many times outside India, in spite of being in the Sukesh Chandrasekhar case, right?
In fact, she was one of the people also who went to on this, the temple ride, and she said that she started reading the Bhagavad Gita, and becoming a totally different person, after the Sukesh Chandrasekhar incident.
Yeah, so now the move is to sort of create a lot of films based on praising Hinduism, maybe because Bollywood has understood that people are not going to see films in which they make fun of Hindu gods and rituals. Now they will try to fool the people by making pro-Hinduism films, right? And they will show that they have attended this temple, that temple. They will create photo opportunities and make us think that they are sort of respecting Hinduism, and that's the game plan right now. Golgappa minister gives out really bad vibes. Okay, on the
Yeah,
Arnab interview,
this is what everybody's
I
saying,
haven't
that
seen the interview, so I can't
yeah,
yet to
they're
see
all
it.
saying, yeah, that Arnab and she did not gel. I must watch it
Okay,
to see what it's all about.
Salman looks insecure with his own bodyguard. Okay, isn't it Shera divided streets, or is it someone else you're talking about who's controlling the crowd in Mumbai airport? Okay, I wonder if it is a publicity stunt by. Yeah, it is definitely a publicity stunt, right? He can have the best cyber security right in the planet. I heard Gauri is selling her designer bags even though they talk about spring cleaning. It is obvious that they need money to continue their lifestyle. Yes, as everyone knows that they have a very high lifestyle, and in order to maintain that they need to generate a very high source of income. Yeah, two rich temples, Lord Ayappa and Padmanabhi Swami temples in Kerala, should steer them to self-fund to develop state. A fully alcohol and poor attitude is corrected with Hindu values. Yeah. So coming to the next piece of news, friends. Yeah, you can take this one. Or Nawazuddin. You're on mute.
Yes, Nawazuddin Siddiqui and his estranged wife Alia have been grabbing headlines because of his the ugly fights between the couple. The actor's wife had accused him of disowning his children and also shared disturbing videos showing her family issues on social media. Now, Alia revealed why she took her family feud in public. In a conversation with News 18, Alia revealed that she took the personal problems with her husband to the public as she suffered a lot, and said, one can imagine that kind of misery a person is in if they talk about their private matters in public. I still think that I shouldn't have spoken about these things in public. But when you're in deep trouble, you've got to resort to a public forum because you've no one to listen to. When you have no one to listen to, you have to fight. She further added, I took to a public platform because I wanted the media to understand what I was going through. I was going through some real difficulties, and I wasn't being able to tell anyone about it. I've been going through it for the past 12 years. My career was getting affected. I wasn't allowed to work. They didn't allow my career to further and wanted to hold me back. Now, Nawazuddin and Alia got married in 2009 and gave birth to a daughter, Shora, in 2011 and a son, Yani, in 2015. In 2023, Alia claimed that she was being harassed by her husband in the house. Her lawyer claimed that the actor and his family were torturing her by depriving her of food, bed, and access to the bathroom and confining her movement. On February 11th, she then posted a disturbing video showing a verbal argument between them on February 24th. She filed a rape case against him and revealed that the actor's mother even called their children illegitimate. Siddiqui recently filed a 100 crore defamation case against his estranged wife and brother Shama Siddiqui. The court has now asked Alia to return back to Dubai so that the children's education does not suffer. Yeah, back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah. So coming to next piece of news, friends, and apparently Modi ji is, has made quite an impact in the state of Kerala. He has inaugurated the Kerala's Vande Bharat train, and the way in which the Kerala people sort of welcomed the Narendra Modi ji, right? He was walking in the streets and in on the roads, in fact, and people were lined up. They were waving at him, and it seemed like he had a rock star sort of ambience when he came to Kerala, and I've never seen this kind of reception even in the BJP majority elected states, just like what I saw in Kerala, right, from the television. And you can see him interacting with students. And now you can see an interesting frame, friends. You can see that Modi has met, this guy Shashi Tharoor, and he was welcomed by Shashi Tharoor. And it's quite interesting to note what is Shashi Tharoor doing, sort of receiving Modi ji. So, do you think that maybe he might, go to the BJP, right? Will Shashi Tharoor in the future look to go to the BJP, right? Since he's not being given that much of importance in the Congress party, and also he Modi ji met Uni Mukundan, right? And so he also met a few film stars, and apparently he has also launched the first water metro in India, in Cochin, right? And it will start sailing with 8 electric hybrid boats on two routes, Haiko to Waipin and Waitila to Kakanad. So apparently, you can see how Modi ji is dynamically changing India, right? He's launching, semi-high speed trains all across India, and there's so many Vande Bharat trains, and people can just travel, especially in very congested places like Kerala in terms of traffic, and there's no proper highways, and people can reach faster from say Cochin to Calicut or Kozhikode rather than driving all the way, and they can save time. As well as Modi ji has launched the first water metro, so you can see how Modi ji is one of the best, if not the best, prime minister in the history of India, right? Because looking at his vision, I mean, who would have thought that India at one stage would have, express highways? India would have one of the fastest, internet. India would have, semi-high-speed trains. India would have UPI, right, which is the you have digital payments like through Google Pay and Phone Pay, and even a vegetable vendor is now using the this sort of digital payments, right? So he has so Modi ji has made India into a digital economy, but still there are still a lot more challenges in terms of generating more and more employment for the youth, and there are still more challenges. But in spite of that, if you look post COVID, India is one of the fastest rising economies in the world, right? And especially when many other countries are suffering from inflation, like the US, right? India is doing quite well at this point of time. And for me, it seems that he seems more like an avatar from what I see, right? Because at this point of time, I mean, India desperately needs very dynamic prime minister to make India from a developing nation to a developed nation. Yes.
What I was surprised by was that an opposition party, after all the hard work done by the prime minister, he actually made people stick his photograph on the Vande Mataram Kerala train. And then after that, people pelted stones. Can you imagine? I mean, there is absolutely no sense of nationalism in these people. And, by hook or by crook, it's like, when you don't do any work and you want to take credit for whatever has come out. That is what the opposition parties do all the time. Look at Modi ji's vision and how he has achieved it. These are all dreams that have come true, and people are thanking him because they get to travel, and so much of their time gets saved, and so much of luggage can move in and out, and you have the opposition trying to spoil the whole thing. So one thing is very clear, that opposition have lost face in Kerala, because right from the time the Prime Minister stepped out of his vehicle in Kerala, on both sides of the road, there were people, and we're talking about people means public, old men, old women, youngsters, young boys, young girls, little children, all waiting for just to see a smile on Modi ji's face. And can you imagine, in this hot weather, Modi ji walked such a long distance, and then he met some of the film stars and took a liking for Unni Mukundan. Because, see, everybody who saw the movie of Unni Mukundan on Shabrimala, Ayyappa, was so impressed by not only this actor, but his genuine manner. And he was also impressed because Unni Mukundan, grew up in Gujarat and speaks Gujarati. And apparently, they had almost a 1 hour chat in Prime Minister Modi's hotel. And he was so impressed. Like, after that, Unni Mukundan told a few select media that he was so excited, to be able to talk to the Prime Minister, who he had as a, seen as a child when he was Chief Minister, in Gujarat. So he was saying, look at his vision and what he's achieving. I mean, for him to even identify that I was someone, you know, gives me such pride that I could, interact with him at such close levels. And of course, there were other things that we discussed, a lot of which I can't, openly talk about. So my message to Uni Mukundan is that, see, not only are you a good human being, but you're also a good actor, and we hope that we have nationalists like you in the film city, so that even the Kerala film scenario changes, and corruption from the film Malayalam film industry is removed.
Yeah, we need good opposition in democracy, no doubt, Vishali, that even I have stated earlier that we need a very good opposition party to BJP as well, because there are a lot of ministers in BJP who are not doing their job, as we rightly know, and they sort of support the SSR's suicide theory, right, which we do not want. And so there has to be a Hindu Sanatan party, which is coming from the grassroots level, right? Uh, who has members who do not have any sort of affiliations to any film industry or anything in particular. Very true. Be a Vishwa Guru. We need a very forward-thinking PM like Modi ji says. Shreyasta. Yes, welcome, Shreyasta. Um, Modi ji is noticing and taking time to meet youth. Yes,
Yes,
Malikapuram. Yes,
yes,
Vishali.
absolutely, yeah.
He is Shankaracharya reborn. A lot of respect for him, and we are proud that he is our Prime Minister,
Yes,
Lada.
many people, Lata, say that he is an avatar. He
Yes,
acted with
even I do
Anushka,
believe
and
he has some sort of divine energy, definitely protecting Modi ji at the point at this point of time, because he has so many enemies both inside and outside, right? If we listen to Modi ji, Man Ki Baat, any good Indian blood will boil with nationalism. He will attract like-minded people. God bless our most humane, and I mean, yes, maybe Uni Mukundan will join
yeah,
BJP
and
or
I think if he does join, he could be a very good, candidate. Even
even
Hollywood
Bollywood
supports it.
too.
Yes, absolutely, Sunita. Malikapuram, yes. We need a watchdog for all parties, irrespective of BJP and Congress. Sure, we need enough of good people to chase the rotten elements like Golgappa aunties. Yes. Please watch Bhumika Chawla interview on Siddharth Kanan channel. She spoke
Okay.
something. Okay, we'll do that. Also, I wanted to mention something else. Uh, uh, at the moment, it's just slipped my mind, Jaidev. So, mm,
Is
yeah,
it tomorrow?
yeah. It is about Rahul Gandhi. See, Rahul Gandhi has had, a lunch with Kunal, the foodie, and in the during the time of elections, Congress actually feels that Rahul Gandhi's taste buds and what he likes will matter to the voting crowds. So he went somewhere, in a very crowded, peace-loving area, and how he had all this meat and stuff, and how he was hounded by people. So this was actually something that Congress was promoting. Here is a prime minister who's walking the talk and doing 100 million things, and here is this guy eating food like he's never seen food before. So it's a shame, As all of you said, we have very, very weak opposition, and that is why people can easily make them lose.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I think with this, we can end this session. See you tomorrow, friends. Good night and Jai Hind.
Then.